not really realizing what we were doing was more experiential, experience dining more than a pop-up, because a lot of people say, oh, remember that pop-up that goes on? We're really not a pop-up, and we're not caterers for sure. For our for-profit, where we give folks an experience. We tell a story with our meals, and that story goes with who the farmers are, how it's delivered,
Who our chefs are,
mm-hmm. and how it's a whole experience, which makes us a little different and had really prepared us more than we knew for UGK Community First, mm-hmm. because by that time we knew all the vendors, we had gotten the attention of a lot of major corporations that really were interested in what we're doing.
Well, and at the same time, I described us as Underground Kitchen as a traveling like food carnival. We were rolling to town, set up the tent, do our thing. In that respect, we were a pop-up, but went from city to city. So we were really adept at pivoting and figuring out how to do stuff on the fly, because it never mattered how much we planned for anything, something always went wrong. Right. We'd get to a city and something would go wrong, and right. we would have to figure it out. And so it wasn't anything in our heads when COVID came and we said we need to, start getting food out to people. We just did, because that's what you do.
Right. Exactly what we do. And not in that volume. The first week, I think we served 175 meals. Yeah. And then, since then, like I said, 275,000. And I still think about that today. And I think Kate does too. And I don't know how we did.
Nope.
I mean, quality, beautiful, wholesome, as close to free range and organic food for free.
Yeah. And people have asked us that before, and we said if we stopped long enough to think about it, we would
quit.
I would say it's like when I learned to play the piano. Once I realized both hands were going at the same time, I'd screw it all up, right. because I had to go into that Zen spot. That's kind of where we went.
That's right.
At the beginning of COVID.
Yeah. And it was just really, and Kate and I delivered the food the first week ourselves to 175 houses, mm-hmm. and people all around Virginia. I can't even tell you how many miles we put on our cars. But Kate and I came back, and that Friday glass of wine, and we're like, dude, did you see this? And did you see that? And did you see this? And it was just, and that was from every spectrum, because in the beginning, it wasn't just people with disparities, but it was older people in Windsor Farms who needed food, who were afraid to go out. It was the whole spectrum, mm-hmm. of Virginia and Greater Richmond area. And Kate looked at me and she says, we can't stop this.
Well, and then, we talk a lot. We talk to everybody that we dropped soups off to as much as we could, from our car to their porch. Or I had a couple people who were shut in for medical reasons. And one woman would hold her 8 cats up one at a time, and we'd wave and scream through the windows at each other. So we got to hear.
Appreciated that.
I'm sure they did. Yeah, they had their cat trees in the window. I mean, but we got to know everybody those first couple of weeks when we were doing deliveries, and the stories that you'd hear, and the outpouring of just thanks for remembering we're out here. Was profound. It really hit both of us.
That's right.
Deeply. And we said, we don't know what we're doing, but we can't stop doing it. We got to figure out pretty quickly what we're doing.
That's right.